Good. Bet. All right, y'all. So let's take a look at this one. Why he spent $35K on an engagement ring. Oh my God. And as always, you know, I love to show love to some of these other creators that we're watching, commentating on their content and adding to what they got going on. So as always, follow The Desirable Truth on YouTube. For those of you that want to see the video without my yapping, that's where you can go find it. Let's get into it.
How much did you spend on our wedding ring?
That's a lot. So, I mean, show it. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's a decent amount. So if you look up like a 3-carat diamond, it's a decent amount I spent on her. But she deserves even more.
Sure, but realistically, numbers-wise, what we talking?
Yeah.
I mean, how much was it? 35K? 35K, yeah.
35,000 bucks.
Yeah.
So,
Bro. 35K for the ring is nutty. Like, do women actually want a 35K ring? Quincy, what's up, bro? Oh my God, that is expensive.
he spent that much on a wedding ring for you as a gesture. What does he get in return?
Yeah.
I think I should answer that.
No. Let her answer. See, he's gonna try and validate the spend. No. Let her talk because I really want to hear what she says to justify the 35K ring.
So I get a partner that's loyal. I get the mother of my children. I get the most beautiful woman that I've ever, been around. And the most important thing is how she treats me and how she treats my family and how she treats her family. So.
Oh, she's gonna give him the most amazing. She about to give him the most amazing. You know what? Right. That night, she put it on him like nothing, like never before. Look at. She's just smitten. Her face is just completely smitten.
For me, I have a partner for life, and it's worth every investment there is.
Okay. But a lot of people would say you could have the same thing, a partner for life, the mother of your kids, without dropping 35K in a ring.
You could, and money's not an issue. Like, if you can get a cheap ring and it's the person that's for you, whatever, but it also depends on how much you make. So if you make a lot and you can drop a lot on them, that's totally fine. But if you can drop a lot on your partner, that's totally fine. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money you drop on your partner, as long as the relationship between you two is very special and how much, you guys care about each other is the most important. For me,
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. And did you have any expectations as far as ring prices, or you would have been fine if it was like a ring pop or something?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like he said, when he gave it to me, I was like, how much was this? That doesn't matter. He just gave me something that he wanted to put on me to make me his wife. And it happens to be something that he really spent a lot on, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter the price to me. I don't care. I'm with my partner for life, and that's what matters to me.
How old are you guys?
Yo, she seems sweet enough. And if he got the bread, then if you got the bread, you got the bread, right? But just on face value, you know what I mean? That is on a ring. The only reason that my reaction to that was kind of like, yo, for real, is that I don't know, just my mind when it comes to money is like I could have dropped like 5, 8 on it and then took the rest and dumped that into some kind of an investment, some kind of a property. You know what I mean? Like, I just be thinking like that. Like, I would probably do let me spend a couple bands on the ring and then be with the rest of it, be like, baby, also here's some bread to let's make an investment in this instead of the ring. Like, the ring can only do so much. I just feel like this is wasted. Even if you got it. It don't, to me, my mind is always like, you can just very practical, if that makes sense. Anyway, it is what it is.
28.
I'm 36.
And how long have you been together?
3 years.
3 years.
3 years. Has he proposed to you yet?
No.
No, not yet. It's coming. It's coming.
Realistically, how long would you be willing to wait?
I say about.
Why is he putting bro under pressure? That's dirty. He's putting bro under pressure right now. Secondly, I do want to say this. He's definitely an average looking guy. And she definitely is like she looks just on the physical look. She looks like she's like a point or two, you know what I mean? Like higher. Like she definitely looks like she could probably get a better looking guy.
2 more years,
2 more years. If he doesn't do it, you're out.
possibly.
No, ain't no possible. She's stuck for good. She's stuck until I fuck up. She's stuck.
You better put a ring on it.
I'm gonna build a ring on it, so ain't.
You better put a ring on
There
it.
ain't no question.
That's awkward.
You don't think 3 years was long enough?
No, because you got to get to know each other, and
And it's the way we met. It's just
Yeah.
like, all right, yeah, we met in a certain kind of way, so it's just like.
Wait, what you mean certain kind of way?
Carlinda, what up?
social media. We met through social media, and then the people, our mutual friends is just like people we know kind of the same people, and it's just like, it just kind of happened just to happen.
You guys live together now?
yes.
A year and a half. Yeah.
So why would he put a ring on it then if he's already getting everything?
That's a good question. He's getting a wifey. Okay,
Shit.
you got it.
What?
Why would you put a ring on it if we already live together? Or he's a
Oh,
wife-
he ruined their relationship. He really ruined their relationship. Bro had everything without the legal contract, and bro just ruined it for him. You know what I mean? I'm a believer that it takes 10 years to do most things. It takes 10 years to be a professional in something, expert in something, 10 years. I even think relationships have a 10-year, a 10-year lifespan. I think after 10 years, people change. You know what I mean? Think about you at 20 versus you at 30. You're totally different. Yes, you might look the same. Maybe physically you're a little bit heavier, a little bit skinnier, but mentally, the things that you liked at 20 are more than likely not the same things you like at 30. You've become a completely different person. And then from 30 to 40, you become another different. So imagine trying to be with somebody in your 20s into your 30s and your 40s. That's two people going through multiple stages of life. To believe that you have that, you sync still, you're gonna have, it's just hard to explain. And I don't say that to discourage people like, oh my God, I want to be with somebody the rest of my life. Like I get it. All I'm saying is it is vastly difficult in my belief, because we are always changing. Every 10 years, I believe it. I really believe it. And be honest with yourself. I bet you all thinking the same thing. Like every 10 years, something changes about your mentality, your interests, what you like, what you don't like, what you'll put up with, what you won't put up with. It changes. So to be with somebody for more than 10 years, it says a lot about both of y'all. So kudos to y'all, but it is incredibly difficult, I think. Think about what I said there logically, and it makes sense. What's up? Like Andy said, yeah, exactly.
wifey
'Cause
shit.
I genuinely love you.
Oh. So when you plan on proposing, you starting something.
I'm just asking questions.
No, I watch TikTok
He
all day. I watch TikTok all day. I think you started.
You started something.
No, when I'm willing to do it, when I'm ready. When at least expected. It's going to be unexpected.
How long have you been together?
Like 4.5 years.
No, 5 now.
Well, yeah, I guess 5 now.
5 years.
Yeah.
And how'd you propose to her?
Oh my God, it was insane. So I planned an entire trip with her family, my family in Florence. Her favorite city ever was Florence. So she told me about
South Carolina?
No, Florence, Italy.
Oh, okay.
So she told me that was her favorite city. She studied abroad there. Yeah, and I was like, okay, I need to propose to her in Florence. So I did a lot of research. I helped her family plan the trip to Florence. I helped my family plan the trip to Florence.
This is all behind her back.
All behind her
I
back.
had no idea.
So for 2 days, I was running through Florence, and every time I would see my family, I would text them, get the hell out of here, whatever. I took her to the highest point, so where you see everything, Monte Vecchio, right?
Yeah.
You see everything, and I proposed to her.
Hey, bro, hey, give a round of applause. Hey, if you're gonna do it, bro did it right. Like, he went all out, and clearly he got the bread to make this happen, right? Clearly. But, and it's not to say that if you're planning to marry a woman, which, listen, I'll keep it a buck with you guys. I don't support men getting married these days, mostly because of the legal ramifications, right? That to me is the fundamental problem. We'll save that for another conversation. But if you are going to do it, not again that you have to go to Florence like what he did, but the fact that he put that effort in to do that, bro, I'm telling you, between the ring and that, shorty, she can't leave him. I mean, she can, right? Of course, take half, but she got to be like head over heels for bro, because he doing all the right things, all of it.
Right there. I was so nervous that I didn't even say anything but will you marry me, because I was insanely nervous.
No, did you expect that it was going to be 4 years in, or like what was your expectation?
I feel like it was a long time coming, but I didn't really like expect it. It was definitely a surprise. Yeah.
So ideally, how soon would you have wanted him to? When did you know?
I mean, I always knew he was like the one. I always saw a future together, and you know, like I said, like we always get along really well, and like we have like the same mindset where we know where we want to be and what we want to do with our lives. So I always kind of knew. I feel like when you find the right person, you're just gonna know.
Do you have any expectations for how much the ring should cost?
He putting all the pressure on, bro.
Don't care about like
I'm not materialistic in prices. So.
She's really more so a thoughtful girl. Like it's a thought in there.
$1,500 ring would be just fine with you.
No.
Don't say no. Don't show up. Don't say no. Because when did anybody ever propose to you?
Nobody proposed to me yet.
Exactly. So why would a $1,500 ring mean anything?
Got a good question.
Exactly.
But that's what I expect.
No, that's what you expect, and it's because you're too picky.
Okay. Guess I'm too picky then.
Yes, I know you're too picky.
Yo, he just created. Yo, they're breaking up. Yo, my man managed to crack that relationship 100% with the questions he's asked them. He's ruined them. We need a follow up to what's about to happen to them. She seems sweet enough, but him asking the question about when you're gonna marry her, and bro was like, when I'm ready. It's not always the best answer. And then the question about how much should your ring cost, and she's like, nah, not $1,500. And now he's calling her out. He's kind of making her look a little bad. I'm not gonna hold you. She's carrying herself very well though. She seems like a very sweet girl. And the fact, let's keep it a buck. She's pretty. She's definitely, I think, visually, he's not necessarily in her league, just on the visual aspect, which I think says a lot about her mindset, that she says she's not materialistic. She seems like she's one of those women that just like, she rocks with you, she rocks with you because it's the vibe. She likes your personality. So it says a lot about her.
Hey, listen, I can read people like a book, so it's just like.
Seems like you guys love each other very much.
Yeah, I love this girl so much. Like we've been through like.
A ring doesn't matter. A ring doesn't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter. It matters in a certain aspect, but how I think my thought process is just like, I kind of think a ring is just, it symbolizes like, it's materialistic. So why do I need a ring to show you my love and dedication to you when I do that on a daily basis?
A ring is making it official.
Yeah, there's no such thing as official. You love each other. It's just like,
A ring is making it official.
everybody got their own opinion. So it's just like, she's a female, so a female gonna have their own opinion anyway.
You're single until married, in my opinion.
That term don't mean shit to me at all. I'm being all the way authentic with you. I'm being authentic with you. I'm being 100 with you. That term you just said don't mean shit. Cause you can say I'm single until I'm married.
Oh, they ain't gonna last.
You see how many females is out here? Are they saying that? Do you know how many relationship couples that we done past? Do you know how many relationships you know how many years they've been in a relationship? Do you?
No.
Do you know if they're married or not?
Bro, this is kind of uncomfortable. He's pressing her, bro. He's really kind of pressing her. This is just very awkward right now. You know what I'm saying? He don't gotta go this hard. Just, I get it. It is a materialistic thing. It's for the woman. It's not for us. It is an expense. It's gonna cost you a couple bands. You know, by the way, let me ask everyone here, because I know we got fellas in here, I know we got ladies in here. In your opinion, what do you think is a reasonable price for a ring? And just do it in increments of like 1,000. Is it 1,000? Is it 2,000? Give me a number, y'all. A flat number, just a very generic flat 1,000, you know, value number on what you think a reasonable ring you should pay for, or that you should receive if you're a woman. 3,000 I saw on Kick, Katie. 3,000. Buddy sounds like a little special needs. We see 5,000, 5K, 4 to 8K, 4K. Depends on the income. There's always that. Hildish, good to see you, babe. There's always that. What is it? It's supposed to be like 20% of your income is supposed to be on the thing. I saw that somewhere. I don't even know if that's really true. 5 to 15K, 3K ish. No more than 2K for his average people. 3 to 5K, 1K. 2 months salary. I've seen that as well. Yeah. 500 pounds. That sounds quite low. 2 to 2.5K. So I think we're roughly in the ballpark. Let's just say anywhere from 2 to 5K range. It seems to be what most people believe is a reasonable ring price. And I think that's a ring price for the average, like average couple, average person, average guy, average woman. That 2 to 5K seems reasonable. You can get a really nice ring, and it's meant to be a symbolism thing as well. I think outside of 5K, as I said earlier, I start to think about, well, look, I can get you a 10K, a 15K, 20K ring, right? But like, do you really just want to wear that? Instead, I can give you 5K ring, and then we take the 15 other grand and put that into something that, like, our home. We could buy our first home together. That's where I start to think, like, for me, if I'm never gonna get married, but in the scenario, if the woman I'm rocking with isn't already thinking like that, like, I wouldn't even do it. To me, it just seems like it's just bad financial literacy and, like, you know, moving wrong. Spending on a down payment for a house. Exactly what I'm trying to get at. You know what I mean? Exactly what I'm trying to get at is it can be better utilized for your future together. You know, 5K on the ring. I put 5K aside for our honeymoon or something like that, and then there's 10K left over that we can put into a down payment on a home. Seems much more feasible than all in on a 20K ring for you. You know what I mean? Why wouldn't I want to get married? The long story short, I don't believe in the institution of marriage from the aspect of government involvement. The idea that you bind yourself to another human being in this contractual business, that's where people don't think about this, man. I know everyone thinks of marriage and you think only from the love angle of it, the emotional love. And I think that's where a good amount of people fall into the pitfall of it all, because you're not thinking about the business side of marriage. It's a business equally, if not more, than it is just about love and a union, a spiritual union. That is a part of it. And it's that part that in our current climate, men have it disadvantaged in marriages. You are at risk. You are exposing your assets. You're exposing your future, you know, when a divorce comes. Remember, divorce rates are more than 50%. So just by the sheer odds and the numbers, the probabilities, they may end that rate for you. Now you're on the hook for maybe alimony, you know, obviously child support, whatever assets you have, whatever assets you guys accumulated together during the marriage, cut it in half. You're out of it now. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't think I could ever, I know I won't, but even for me, I could never tell a man in good faith to, like, go out and just do it. If you're going to do it, you do it. But I think more men need to be very, very aware of the risks with that. It's the laws have been set up in a way that men just have it very bad in divorces and in child custody cases. There's so many horror stories from so many men going through it. That's why. You know what I mean? I don't see a piece of paper to prove my love and commitment to you. Exactly. I personally think it's up to the couple. Some would be happy with the ring pop. That is true too. It's true too. It really does depend. I don't know if it necessarily on the couple. Maybe it does. I think it certainly depends on the woman that the man is with. If she is a woman that values, you know, like gifts and the whole facade thing and the image thing, she's probably more than likely going to want a big rock so she can show off to her friends, put it on Instagram, you know, and do all of that. Show it out. It kind of is what it is. My boy got divorced 4 years ago. She was purposely unemployed, fired, got half, including his pension. There you go. I'm telling you it. And what blows my mind are the men that get divorced, get wrecked in the divorce, and then go back and marry again. Like, bro, you didn't learn from your first time. I literally know guys that have been married 3 times, divorced 3 times, and has to pay each of them. I'm like, bro, he got bread. But even on principle, like, I know you, but I'm like, bro, I know you got bread, but do you just like having to keep paying them after the fact? Like, what are you doing? Some guys just have to be married for whatever reason. I don't get that. I don't get that whole idea. Like, they have to be in a constant state of marriage. They get divorced, they chill for a little bit, and then they meet someone and they marry right away. Like, what? Prenups, yeah, I think prenups are pretty important these days for sure. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So that means if they married, if they was together for 10 years, that just means a ring don't mean shit.
Should he have any say in the friends that you keep around you?
I think it's fair. I mean, when you're with someone and you see like the people that they're around, you're gonna start, you know, to see what they're about. And in the same way that there's been people that he's like, oh, I'm a little concerned because of their path. It's been the same way with me with him. Like, oh, I'm a little concerned with, like, you know, I don't want to say the path that they're going down, but, you know, just maybe like having like an
influence?
Influence. That's the word I was looking for. Having an influence. And I feel like sometimes you can sniff that influence on people.
Right.
And he's never been the one to be like, I want you to cut that person out completely. It's more just like a, hey, like, be mindful of this, or, you know, yeah.
Now, how do you feel about her hanging out with guy friends?
So I tell her, you're the average of the 5 people you hang out with. So who you hang out with is what determines your future. So if she wants to hang out with guy friends, they're usually my friends. But also if she goes out, I totally trust her. So she'll go out on girls' night, I totally trust her. I have a blast, you know, like hanging out with my friends. She goes out with her girlfriends. And at the end of the day, I give her full confidence because I know at the end of the day, she comes home to me, and it's always a good time.
Is there ever a conversation about how she presents herself when she goes out on girls' nights, like how she dresses?
I don't care about that because at the end of the day, that's my girlfriend, and I fully trust her. And not my girlfriend, my fiance. And if she wants to dress sexy and go out with her girlfriends, that's totally fine because she always comes home to me at the end of the day.
What you wear doesn't define like what you're trying to do or who you are.
So you don't care about the cleavage or the belly showing or, you know, short shorts or anything like that?
So I might be different, but I say if you have it, flaunt it. So if you have abs, don't wear a shirt.
Yeah, he's different, bro. That's kind of wild to say. It's kind of wild. He kind of lost me on this one.
Got tits? Show it.
Does it turn you on when you see other guys looking at her?
Absolutely.
Oh, no wonder. He's a cuck. Oh, no, that's what it is. I was starting to get worried. Like, it sounds a little weird. Like, you want her to go out and just wear it out like that? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. You want your girl to be out here cheeks out when she's not with you is crazy. I don't care what anybody says. Now we know he gets turned on when guys look at his girl. Hella red flag on this one. Hella red flag. Oh, nah. Crazy. Look at his girl didn't even know this. She's like, what? I'm engaged to a cuck?
Absolutely. I will say that 100% because a lot of guys, every time I'm walking, they'll look at her and I'll just be like, that's mine. I go home with that.
How do you feel about other girls looking at him?
He's handsome. I mean, it's like, it's natural. It's human nature. I mean, like,
Bro, let's keep it up stack. Bro is an average looking guy. He's not even like, just from his appearance, doesn't even look like he hits the gym. I doubt it. He doesn't even, he just looks, he might be a tech guy. He might be, I don't know, a car dealer, salesman. He just looks like one of those kinds of vibes. He is average. Even his hair, like, bro, get a, like, fade it up. He just got a, you know, what. My point here is that women ain't like breaking their necks to look at him. And the only reason he bagged her, she's a beautiful woman and she carries herself very well from what we've seen here. Only reason he bagged her is because he looks 100% like the type of guy that leads with money. And you never lead with money if you're trying to actually do something serious with a woman. Never lead with money, because what it does is it doesn't allow her to see you for you. She sees the dollars coming through, and she might just rock with you because of that. And she accepts you or deals with you, knowing like you got this, you got that, not because she genuinely rocks with you. So if you ever try to like get with a woman, like for real, you really want to date her, you really want to try and make something happen with her, don't try and do some of y'all out here really just throwing the money around, trying to win her over with that, man. I'm telling you, it never ends well. Never ends well.
we're in a relationship, we're not dead, you know? Like, we have eyes, and as long as you're very respectful, it's the end of it, you know? You could admire, like, just tonight, remember we saw that really handsome guy, and I was like, oh my God, and he was like, yeah, that guy is really handsome. Not on, like, weird stuff, but, like, we can admire when people are beautiful.
And how friendly would you say is too friendly? Like, you meet a guy, he's interested in you. Would you give him your Instagram, or is it like nothing, everything's off limits?
So she's very respectful. She denies them in a very friendly way, especially if they're very too touchy, you know, like once or twice, then it's like, I have a fiance, and you can always tell by the very big rock on her hand that she's obviously engaged. But she does a great job on that.
And for you, is it the same thing?
For me, it's very easy because I'm dating a Latina, so I say, I'm dating a Puerto Rican, so if you want to die, keep talking to me. So it's no big deal, and they immediately back off, so it's okay.
What would you say is your biggest pet peeve about each other?
Go ahead. I'll let you go first.
Why is he, he's asking him every question possible that would lead to a breakup. Here we are with another one. What's one pet peeve? There's no way they survived this relationship after this interview.
I'll let you go first. What's your pet peeve about me? And mind you, I don't do nothing out the ordinary. I don't do nothing wrong. I correct all my mistakes. What's your real pet peeve about me?
Every little mistake I make is a problem.
That's your pet. That's a pet peeve for me.
Oh, okay.
You see? You get what I'm saying? See?
What's some pet peeves?
What irritates you the most that I do?
I don't really have no good ones right now. He don't. I really don't. I can say I don't have no good. No.
Would you prefer a more toxic man?
No.
Hell no.
No, I've had toxic, and it's just not.
Listen, them toxic females, boy.
What's his pet peeve for me?
So yeah, what is yours?
My pet peeve? Oh, I've been talking about this all night. You nagging, you rushing, you need to chill out, and you need to relax. That's all I ask.
Okay. Yo, he just, bro got no filter. He low key, he's been putting on her blast this whole interview. He's making her look. He's kind of low key dragging her. You know what I mean? Some things are probably better kept between yourself and not like said in an open public forum like this. He should have, that's a little hard, man. I'm gonna keep it a stack. You could tell by looking at her face, she's just kind of like, oh, okay, yep. You just gonna keep on digging in the wound.
I don't care if you yell at me about shit that I do, but as long as you relax and you chill when I ask you to chill, it's cool.
Okay.
How long has it been going on for?
It's here and there. It's not like bad.
Like throughout the 3-year relationship?
Not often. Not. It's just once in a blue moon. I'm gonna say that. Once in a blue moon.
Well, do you think that it's fair for you to expect her to change, or should you just accept her?
No, I accept her how she is, because she's the way she is. She's way better than anybody I ever dealt with. That's it. This is my first time in Miami. I never been out here with my girlfriend. Anybody was in a relationship with. What is there to complain about?
I can egg.
She don't cheat. I don't cheat. What is there to complain about?
No.
So, how'd you all meet?
It's my sister.
It's my brother, and this is my fiance, Stefan.
Yeah, so interesting story. I was in downtown Orlando, and I shit you not, it was like a movie. There was wind blowing, and there was many beautiful women, but this one, she blew my mind. I saw her in the middle.
Look at the brother. He's so uncomfortable right here listening to the story. He probably doesn't even like Stefan. Stefan, by the way, something about the name Stefan, just anytime I've ever heard the name Stefan, it's just a name that I want to punch. You know what I mean? Like I just want to lean back and just go in on the punch. It's just something so punchable about that name. Stefan, you know what I mean? I don't know. And then he looks like he needs to get punched. I don't know why. There's no reason why. It's just something about the name and how he's moving. It just cries out to me. Punch him.
The street, and I was like, who is that to my friend? And he said, that is Sofia Cologne. And I go, I need to know who that is. And I walked right to her.
Now, what was your first impression of him?
I thought he was super cute, and he was really sweet. That was like what really got me, is that he was very like attentive and really always wanted to like talk about so many things, and yeah.
I 100% what she's leaving out here is how he took her on her first date to some extravagant 5-star Michelin restaurant where he rolled out all the red carpet money. You know what I mean? Because when you look at him and you look at her, and we watched the video yesterday where women ranked men by physical attractiveness, we saw that when women look at men physically, they'll rate the better looking guy at the top. However, once they get to know you and they know what you got going on, it was the Asian tech guy that ended up in the end when they found out that he worked in tech. He was a tech owner, CEO, whatever. At the end of the whole experiment, he was now number one, and the fine guys they had and the guy with the green eyes, they were at the bottom because women saw them as like, oh, they don't really got nothing going on. One was a model and one had like a high body count. And then the guy that had the tech startup all the way at the front of the line. So when a woman knows you got motion, you got something going, you got bread, you got ambition, those are all things that will scale you up. So he had to spend some bread. She found out that he's in whatever business or industry that he's in, and he's doing well for himself. And that added, and she's like, you know, because on face value, I'm sure there were probably better looking guys that are hollering at her all day long. She's a very pretty girl.
How long have you known each other?
It's like 5 years now.
5.5 years.
And how old are you guys?
25.
26. 22.
22. Now, what was your first impression of your sister's fiance?
He's a douche.
I never had a brother, but if I wanted to, he was a good candidate for it.
That was your first impression off rip?
I mean, he made an impression and it was good.
But it's gotta be awkward seeing your older sister, sleep with somebody
slightly,
else.
You feel slightly protective. She's older, so you have to trust her as well to make her own decisions. But what she brought home was a good catch, and I got along with him very well.
Okay. Is a relationship between a man and a woman equal or 50-50?
All right, now let me talk.
I feel you talked enough. I feel it should be equal, but it's not. I feel it's men give more. No, sorry, women give more than men.
Like in what ways?
Is more emotional, caring, loving, support. We give more of that than men. Not saying him per se, but we do give more of that than men.
he pay for the dates when you go out, or do you?
Yes, he pays.
All the time?
We split it up sometime, but most of the time he pays.
Okay. So couldn't we just say that he's given more monetarily wise, financially?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
So
What are we talking about?
that's not even.
Well, I give more loving and caring. He give me more financial.
So he doesn't give you the same amount of love.
Yes, he does.
I do.
So how can a woman tend to give more?
Oh man.
I like that.
Check and mate.
I like that question. Yeah, give me some on that question. I want to say, cause we have these conversations all the time. We watch TikTok, we watch all this. We have these conversations that now you in a hot seat. Let me see. That's all I'm saying.
And well, what do you think? Do you think it's 50-50 or equal between men and women?
You want my honest opinion? No, it's not. Because this generation right now, I'm just speaking on this year alone, what I witnessed, a lot of females are more masculine than the men these days. A lot of men are a little bit more sassy, they acting like females. You get what I'm
He ain't
saying?
lying about that
So
part.
it's just like this year alone, 2023, no, I don't think it's equal right now.
Yo, it is a growing problem, man. A lot of the young homies be out here real sassy with it, bro. Like real sassy with it. You know what I mean?
And I honestly respect that. That's my opinion. I respect women standing up for themselves, and you get what I'm saying? So it's just like,
How does one decide this is the only person I'm going to sleep with for the rest of my life?
Well, I can answer that. And I'm sorry. But honestly, it's the sex. It really is. If you can have somebody that can blow your mind every single time you guys, you know.
Well, not just your mind.
Everything. Mentally, physically, everything. And the most important thing is your best friend. I have a friend that I can watch Impractical Jokers with. I have a friend that I can get stupid high with when I decide to get high with and have a good time. I have a friend with that I can get on a yacht with and have a good time. And I have a friend with that I can sit on the worst seats in a plane and we can have a good time. So the best thing is if you have a best friend, it's the most important thing.
I agree. Yeah.
All right. Hey, overall, another dub. Very interesting. I think that couple that we saw here, these guys, I think they might be on like some cracked ice over there. I don't know, because the way he was handling things with her was interesting. But another banger from the Desirable Truth on YouTube. Check them out. Make sure you throw them a sub as well. All right, let's go on to the next video, y'all. What do we got here?